What's going on, everyone? My name is Brandon Hainline. Now behind me sits an all-new Jeep Wrangler 4xe plug-in hybrid. Now if you've been looking to purchase a Wrangler 4xe and you wonder, is it reliable? Today we're going to answer that question. All right guys, let's go ahead and get started. Now first off, the Jeep Wrangler 4xe has only been out for about 8 weeks now, around 2 months. I've had this vehicle for 8 weeks. I've got about 4,300 miles on it. And some of you may say that that's not long enough to find out if the vehicle's reliable or not. Now, I will have to agree with you there, but I have a really interesting way of looking at this, so let me explain. Now, to determine if the Wrangler 4xe is reliable, we have to find out what is new. All right, we have a few new components underneath the body here. We have the battery pack that's inside, and up underneath the Jeep, there are multiple high voltage modules. We have a new charging port right there, and then also we have several new components underneath the hood. Now there's one thing that is new to the Jeep Wrangler 4xe that we have not seen yet, and that is the ZF transmission. Now let's take a look up underneath the vehicle, and I'll show you a little more here. Now up underneath the vehicle is the actual new ZF 8-speed transmission. Now what is unique about this transmission is in between the engine, there's the oil pan, engine oil pan, and here's the transmission. The tranny is a lot bigger because it has an electric motor sandwiched in between the engine and trans. Right there where the torque converter will go is a big electric motor. As you can see, this right here, this housing here, covers those high voltage wires. That is a very heavy casing to protect those high voltage wires. Now this is why I think the 4xe is going to be very reliable. Now keep in mind, we are using a lot of the same technology that we have been using for 4 years now. 2017, they come out with a Chrysler Pacifica Hybrid. Guess what size battery they had in it? 17 kilowatt. Guess what type of plug we used? J1772. What kind of AC compressor did we have? Guess what? The same 300 volt AC compressor we've been using for 4 years. What is new though that the Chrysler Pacifica did not have? We have the MGU, the motor generator unit. Now that is new. We did use that on the 2-liter, but that was a 48 volt, not a 300 volt motor generator unit. Now we use a lot of the same technology between the Chrysler Pacifica Hybrid and the Jeep 4xe. Like for example, the battery chiller. You know, we have a chiller on both of those. We use the same type of system, the same coolant, the same bottle reservoirs, stuff like that. Now up underneath the Jeep, there are a few modules that convert the DC voltage to AC, and we use that same technology in the Pacifica Hybrid also. Now guys, let's talk about maintenance on the 4xe. What about brakes? When you hit that max regeneration button, guys, I'm telling you, brakes are gonna last forever for this thing. What about oil changes? The oil changes, if you didn't realize it, when you're in the electric mode only, the engine is not running, which reduces the engine hours on the engine itself. So technically you could go longer on the oil changes, but I would just stick with the owner's manual for that. Now there is one thing that we have not seen yet in the Jeep lineup, and that is the 8-speed ZF transmission. Now if ZF holds up to their reliability, I'm sure they made a great high voltage electric transmission for the Jeep Wrangler. So after 4,300 miles, I have not had one problem with the high voltage hybrid system on my Jeep Wrangler 4xe. Now, put it down in the comments below if you've had any concern and share with us what that was. Now, for the Wrangler itself, I've had one repair that needed to be fixed, and that was some clicking noises. We found that the ball joints needed to be tightened up a little bit from the factory, and that took care of that noise. All right, guys, so let me know what you think down in the comment area below. Do you think that the Jeep Wrangler 4xe will be reliable? I do, because I have owned a Chrysler Pacifica since 2017, and now I've owned the Jeep Wrangler 4xe, and the Pacifica hasn't even been in the shop one time for a high voltage problem, okay? And I just have to say, I love the Jeep. I think it's great. I think it's gonna be a great vehicle, a great long-term vehicle, that is. So I hope you're smarter now than you were when you started this video. Thank you so much, and have a great day.